are seeing the winner bracket final of the second edition of the Brawl RPG tournament.
Exactly. I'm so excited for this, man. Like, dude, I don't know who's gonna take it, man. It's gonna be so insane.
Yeah, true. We have Morhpeo, FutFut, Hazard, and Astronaut, and they are all ready.
We're
And
getting
they
into
are
it.
so fast. And I
Yeah.
think they just destroyed the plugin.
Oh no. Restart.
Nice. Yeah, really good start. So yeah, looks like the match gets stopped again. They would be
False
fast.
alarm.
Yeah. So yeah, what are we expecting today as the
Well,
results?
like honestly, I think, like everyone still thinks that Morpeo is gonna get it, and I think the same. But like we're getting to a point where Morpeo has some really heavy contenders. Like they could very well, he could very well not get first, and I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah, true.
But yeah,
And
we're
of course,
actually, yeah, we're.
yeah,
Sorry, go.
nah, just good. Like the maps are important, of course. I think most of the players are expecting the right maps they are going to play. But yeah, we have seen Hazard doing good on Hypnosis in his last match. I think Futa is very strong on Black Mesa and on Mara Park, for example. Astronaut has some good maps, so basically anything can happen.
Yeah, and we see Hazard banning Concrete. Like he pretty much bans this map every time. And Astronaut Mediterranean and FutFut banning Dracofold. So we have our maps.
Yeah, and well, I asked players before the match what they think they will play, and all of the players said it's going to be Jumanji, Hypnosis, and Mara Park.
Yeah. So no
yeah,
surprises
they all were
actually.
right. Yeah, true. But an interesting point that Futa told me is that the map order is really important, because he thinks that on Jumanji, Astronaut is the clear favorite, like not considering Morpeo is playing. On Hypnosis, Hazard is the best, and on Mara Park, Futa is the best. So if Morpeo has finished,
Damn.
then the map order is crucial.
Yeah, I mean, I think because all these players were expecting these maps, I definitely have to agree with that because yeah, like each player has its own like little playstyle that fits to every map. So yeah, of course the first map you're gonna gets played the most. So yeah, it definitely matters a lot. And yeah, we
and the second map, because most matches will end on the second map.
true, yeah, and that's when you want to make it happen, in the last
Yeah.
moments when you're in finalist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. And what are your expectations actually?
Well, I'd say Morphew is going to win, of course. On paper, I'd say Futa is the second fastest player overall. But of course, the map order, we see Hypnosis in second. Mara Park is the first and then second. Maybe if Futa can close it out on Mara Park, then he's going to get second, maybe even first.
We see Mara Park as the first map.
Yeah, so this might be good for Futa actually.
Yeah.
It's really fast in this. Like you see the local records here. Morpeo with 422. Only Ferry is faster here, and then Futa is basically the third fastest player overall on this map.
Yeah, with a 424. So actually interesting to see that. We see Ferry and Morpeo both having a 22, Ferry a low one, and Morpeo a high one. But the third player has a 24. So that's actually quite a bit of a difference that high up. So yeah, I think that those times were set really recently, actually, like this week or last week.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, because I think Ferry drove. I think last week he drove like this time.
Yeah, I think he drove it this week actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw a question in the map. Hello, can someone give me a small rundown of what an RPG map is? So yeah, what we're seeing right now are RPG maps. RPG maps are usually a bit longer than normal maps. Like those maps we see here are around 4 to 5 minutes. And yeah, they mostly consist of hard tricks or like parts you won't find in a tech map, in a dirt map.
Exactly.
usually have sick mods, like right here. There are lots of custom blocks that you won't find in the vanilla version of Stadium, and usually those maps are really cool to watch.
Yeah, like as you can see how I'm cam 7ing around, it's also very beautiful, like very much attention to details and scenery. So it's also like kind of a story feeling, at least for when you first discover a map. Yeah, that's also a big part of RPG. Obviously, these players are also very fast on these maps. As we can see, these players are pretty much the best of the best RPG players around. So yeah, they will show you how to drive fast on these maps. So maybe also interesting to explain a little bit about the format before we get into it. So these players are going to drive rounds, and they will play on tournament mode or cup mode. And they will have to get points every round based on their position. And yeah, the point limit is 70. And when you're at 70, you reach finalist position, which means that you have to win just one more round to win. And there's going to be 2 winners of this match in total, which move on to the grand final. So that's pretty much the format for you. And yeah, we have 3 rounds per map. In the first rotation, we have 1 warm-up per map as well. So this is the first warm-up we're seeing on Mara Park. And yeah, what can you tell us about this map actually?
Yeah, well, this is a really fast-paced map. Like, when you drive it, it feels like one of the fastest out of the whole map pack. Yeah, we have seen in a lot of matches that in the later stage of this map, there are lots of mistakes happening, because, to be honest, the map gets a little bit harder towards the ending. Like the part where Morhpeo is right now, there's coming a big water bounce, where you need to carry as much speed as possible and not crash while going tight through the fences.
Yeah,
yeah,
this
and we
part
have
coming up.
also seen Astro overtaking Scandir in the last turn, where you can risk a lot, and of course, when you risk a lot, mistakes are going to happen. And yeah, I don't expect all of these players like to do, 4 players do sub 430 in every round. I think we will see the mistakes, but yeah, who can avoid the mistakes? That's the most important part of this match, I think.
Yeah, but I also have to say though, like, because on this level, I think these players like can drive a pretty safe run and then get let's say a 430 without mistakes. But I think in a lot of rounds it might not be enough to drive this time. I think as we already see Morhpeo in the warm-up setting I'm not sure what it's gonna be, but a pretty sick time. Like,
yeah, he is on a 25, maybe?
Yeah,
I think he's on a 25 right now.
Yeah, so like this level, big mistakes is pretty much like, I don't think there's gonna be like much rounds where everyone makes mistakes on this level at this point. So you really want to avoid those large mistakes and respawns and stuff. But yeah, the question is like, how safe can you drive at this point? Like, you really have to risk and be on a good pace to gather as much points as you can. So that's kind of the thing that these players are considering. Do I risk? Do I drive a little bit safer? That is the question we're gonna find out. And yeah, we're about to get into it actually. So yeah. This is gonna be the winners bracket final. The 2 winners of this whole match move on to the grand final. So yeah, we have everything to play for. We're on Mara Park, the first round. And I'm gonna follow FutFut actually, as we get into this. Oh no, FutFut having to respawn and someone else.
Also astronaut respawned.
That is.
Yeah, and
oh no, that is so bad. That is like the worst start you can have on this map.
Yeah, so all of a sudden only Morhpeo and Hazard without a mistake into this first round. So yeah, the players are they shaking or are they feeling the pressure of this match? Because of course, those 4 players are the only ones that have not lost a single match yet. Like, they got second before, yeah, that's fine, but yeah, they did not drop down to the lower bracket. They stayed in the winner's bracket, yeah, and Morhpeo already accumulating 1.3 second lead over Hazard. So yeah, will we actually see a clean sweep here? Ah, well, I don't think so. But yeah, right now it's looking good for Morhpeo to gather the first easy 10 points.
Yeah, wow, what a crazy start to this match. I don't think we've ever seen like two people make a mistake at the start in the same round, so that is kind of unfortunate. But still, you have Astro and FutFut still being fairly close, so they're obviously gonna fight for the third position at this point. But yeah, let's take a look at Hazard and Morhpeo, and we see Morhpeo already having a nice lead of 2 seconds over Hazard. So yeah, he's doing great so far, but Hazard is also really just holding on to this. He doesn't want to increase this gap, but he had a little bit of a bug on that ramp, I think, which makes him really slow to this part. And yeah, okay, he does make this jump.
But meanwhile, we see Futa with another mistake. He's only at checkpoint 9 now. Is crossing the 10th checkpoint right now. So yeah, he is 25 seconds behind Morhpeo. And yeah, this on his considerably his best map of the map pack is a very bad start for him.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Yeah, you really don't want to start a match being behind by this much actually. And yeah, as well for Astronaut, he also didn't have to get the best start, but he's just holding in there. Like, he shouldn't lose his focus and just try to drive pretty fast. As we see, Hazard is actually losing quite a lot of time, and maybe, just maybe, Astronaut could maybe make something happen on Hazard, but yeah, we're gonna find out. And Morhpeo is in such a big lead actually. He's not really making any mistake, while Hazard is like losing small like time gains on Morhpeo. And yeah, it would be actually a pretty bad scenario if Hazard were to lose this second position to Astronaut, and he's also not having enough speed there to make that transition nicely. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. Yeah, a battle to look out for, I think.
I think Hazard is saving at the moment, or is he just like doing small mistakes so Astro can catch up?
Yeah, I don't know actually. Like, he could be saving a little, but yeah, it doesn't look very natural, the slow pace he's having, actually. But yeah, he should be careful. Look at it. Astronaut getting
3
close.
seconds.
Yeah,
I think Astro is pushing right now. It's 2.6 seconds now, so Hazard, maybe he starts feeling the pressure now.
Yeah, he has nothing to lose as well, Astronaut that is, because his FutFut is like plus 20 seconds behind. He can probably afford one respawn at this point. So yeah, he can definitely just push it. Look at how close he's getting actually. We are nearing the last, the last section of this map. So yeah, we're gonna pay close attention. Oh, Astronaut actually making a respawn there. Crashing into that little fence thing there. And he also has to go for the safe way here, so that is out of the question now. I don't think he will catch up to Hazard at this point, as we have Hazard is nearing the last checkpoint. And Morhpeo, let's see what time he's gonna drive actually. That is a 26.5, so very, very nice time for him. Hazard.
The fast time.
Yeah, so luckily Hazard, he didn't manage to lose that second position, as he drives 4:36. Not the best time, but with all these mistakes happening, it's yeah, he's probably gonna be happy with that.
Yeah, of course, there were like a lot of matches where 4:36 would have given you only 3 points, and he got 6 points out of it. So that is really good for Hazard. Yeah, Astro with 4, Futa only with 3 points with 4:52. Yeah, that's like a really bad start for him. I hope he can recover in the next round. And yeah, put up a fight against Morhpeo, as we have expected it.
Yeah, and sorry guys, I just fixed the in-game sound.
Oh.
So yeah, we have in-game sound now. And yeah, let's get into the second round actually. We have Astronaut. He is really showing that that was just a one-time fluke, and he can definitely drive very fast starts, as we see him in first place. Shortly behind we have FutFut, so the two who were behind the previous round are they really want to prove something. Astronaut, I think he had a slight did he have a mistake? Yeah, he had a slight wall hit.
There. Yeah, he released a bit, touched the wall and lost the gear, and yeah, I couldn't make the jump smooth. And is now in last place, but not too far behind. Hazard also trailing a little bit behind, as we see Morhpeo falling off the tree there. Has
Yeah.
to respawn, and that's a big one.
That
That's
is
like
yeah, because it was also just before the next checkpoint, so that is a long respawn for him. And yeah, that is something we don't see very often. Morhpeo actually making a mistake, and yeah, an unsavable mistake. He had to go for such a big respawn, and that gives the opportunity for all these players to, you know, grab the 10-pointer for themselves, as we see FutFut driving a consistent run right now. Hazard and Astronaut are having a very close battle, actually. Look at this. It's a battle to keep an eye out for.
yeah, Astra going a little bit wide there, so Hazard will get a slight lead here of 1 second. Morhpeo is, how far behind is he? He's just approaching the jump now. I think that's like 10 to 15 seconds.
Astronaut!
That's 12 seconds. But
Look.
we've seen a respawn by Astronaut, and now he is last all of a sudden.
Oh my god, and oh, that is gonna be a tough thing for Astronaut, because look who's like close in front of him. It's Morhpeo. That is not someone you usually see, you know, at the end of the pack, and that's gonna be hard for him to catch up. But I'm sure he's gonna try. He has nothing to lose at this point. But let's see. We have Hazard is about 2.7 seconds behind FutFut, and FutFut. Ooh, I don't think he had the best tunnel exit there, as Hazard is gaining a little bit. Wow, what a crazy round, actually. Very
it's the
well.
second crazy round already. Like, on this part of the map, there's always one guy in the lead, one guy like trailing closer behind, and the other two guys made mistakes that put them like 10 or even 20 seconds behind.
Exactly.
Astronaut failed an additional time on the bridge and fails again. So Astronaut is really far behind. And it's just FutFut without major mistakes now in this round. As I
Look at
just
Hazard,
stated,
though.
I think he clipped, and Hazard is coming closer. 0.6 of a second
Oh,
now.
Hazard!
Oh, but Hazard does not have the speed, and why is he not
Respawn.
respawning?
Hazard.
Yeah, even Morhpeo is overtaking him now, so 3 points for Morhpeo.
Hazard, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think he could. Yeah, he thought he could have made it there, but yeah,
He should have.
Not like this, Hazard.
Yeah, it is. Oh no. Oh man, it's like I kind of feel him though, because it's hard to, you know, like see in this situation. Do I have to respawn, or do I just try to get out of this situation? But once you're committed to getting out, then you know you kind of don't want to respawn anymore. You're already committed. So yeah, but I think that respawn right away would definitely been faster. And look at this, Hazard. He's gonna get overtaken by Astronaut, maybe. They're having such a close battle right now, but they're so far behind. That is insane. Wow. I'm gonna switch over to Morhpeo and FutFut to see how far they're at. Ah yeah, FutFut definitely has this one in the bag, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, but Morhpeo caught up a lot.
Yeah,
It
man.
was like 12 or 13 seconds behind, and now it's only 6 seconds. So yeah, Futa also made some mistakes there. And I think he will win this round with a 4:33, maybe? 32. Yeah, that's not the fastest time for the winner bracket final. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
enough to get 10 points.
Yeah, that is not something you'd usually expect from this map, because we usually see sub 30s being driven by the first player on this map. But yeah, pretty wild one. But yeah, it looked like Astronaut lost a little bit more speed in the end there, so yeah, he is on last place, and Hazard is gonna get that 3rd place. So I'm gonna take a quick look at the points, as we have Morhpeo on 16, FutFut on 13, and Hazard on 10, and Astronaut sadly is not getting the best points. So yeah, wow. That was a pretty crazy first round. Maybe we can have a more cleaner round this time. Let's see.
I was expecting to at least 3 players to go under 430, and now we have like 2 players going under 440.
Yeah.
It's like insane.
Yeah, do you think these players are maybe feeling the pressure.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so as well.
Watched astronaut crashing there. Those mistakes you usually don't do on a normal run. It's like, yeah, I think that were pressure mistakes.
Yeah, I definitely think so as well. And I think astronaut, he is, you know, someone who's usually quite nervous for matches. I think he's mentioned that one as well, that he's quite nervous for this one. But yeah, I think he's not the only one that's feeling the pressure though. I think Hazard and FutFut, and maybe even Morhpeo might feel the pressure a bit more than usual. Oh, look at FutFut! He slammed into the entry of the tunnel, and yeah, he has to basically almost did a full stop, but yeah, he lost 3 seconds with that. And Hazard's also a bit behind of the pack, and we just see Astronaut and Morhpeo, who are battling it out right now in the front.
Yeah, and in the back there are Futa and Hazard battling with slightly more than 2 seconds behind. Ooh. And yeah, this round so far looks much better. We have a battle at the top between Astro and Morhpeo.
Yeah, Morhpeo was driving such a tight line around that corner earlier. That was so scary to watch. But he's still in first place. Let's see, can Astronaut maybe creep on a little bit? It's only 0.4 behind. So that's definitely, you know, on RPG we usually say something like less than a second behind is so little. Because you can just gain that with raw pace, or mistakes happen mistakes are pretty likely to happen. So yeah, and Astronaut is actually creeping up even more. 0.3. Oh man.
Yeah, meanwhile, Hazard has lost a bit of ground, is now 4 seconds behind. Futa, yeah, 3 seconds behind. Of course, the second dirt tunnel is also important. When you get a gear on there, this will lose you like, yeah, almost 1 second. Yeah, now probably one of the hardest CPs of the map. With all these jumps, the tight bridge you have to go. But Astro and Morhpeo are making it. Futa is making it, and also Hazard making it. Yeah, Hazard now
they got it.
Almost 5 seconds behind. So yeah, the pace at the top is slightly faster than in the back.
Ooh, Astronaut not having the best speed, and actually gets a really bad transition.
Ooh, and doesn't make the jump. So
he makes it.
And Hazard will pass him.
He actually, yeah, he makes it because it was a magnet there. Apparently those ladders are magnets, so he like miraculously managed to make it there. But yeah, he still lost a lot of time and is instantly in last position. So yeah, you know, he's like just 8 seconds behind. He could capitalize on a mistake, as we have the water bounce coming up very shortly here, which, you know, can lose a lot of time if you don't drive it perfect. You see Morhpeo in the front. See how he approaches it. Ooh, does he? Yeah, I think this is definitely enough speed. He will make it. And then we have FutFut, who also has a lot of... Yeah, he barely makes it actually. Wow, that was so close. Hazard as well. And Astronaut as well. So, yeah, scary section is over. Oh, and I say that...
A mistake.
Ooh,
and now Hazard is up to 2nd place, and I think Astronaut is up to 3rd place now.
FutFut didn't have to respawn though. He managed to kind of save it with that landing. So he's still not too far behind, but... Oh, let's... Okay, yeah, Morhpeo, he's gonna clock in that first position, I think. Hazard, 4 seconds behind. Astronaut, 6 seconds behind. FutFut, 8 seconds behind. So we have like 2 seconds behind all these players. And yeah, it's safe to say we have Morhpeo on 1st, Hazard on 2nd, Astronaut on 3rd, FutFut on 4th. But wow, what a close ending there. That was really close, actually, I gotta say.
Yeah, and what is happening in those rounds?
Yeah, man.
Like, we're not seeing the fastest rounds here. Morhpeo winning with a 4:28, Hazard 2nd with a 4:32. And yeah, I think Hazard gathered a lot of points on this map.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be really happy with the points he's gotten so far. You know, Morhpeo as well with the 26 points. But yeah, so far it's too early to call. You know, like it's too early to call. Like all these players are still really close to each other, except for Morhpeo. He's obviously a bit ahead in points. But yeah, I have to remind you guys that there's actually 2 winners in this match, so you have first place and second place to play for. As we move on to Hypnosis. So Chaos, being a player yourself, what did you think of this map? Were you someone who would ban this, or you'd like to play this one?
I don't know, like, I was not fast on this map, because I really did not figure out how to go fast on this. I was more like driving consistent, but slower times.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some, like, the map is not too hard to drive. There are just like 2 or 3 crucial parts that you really need to get good. Like, there is this backwards entry at CP, I don't know, around 8 or 9. And then afterwards the water bounce that you can skip. And also in the end, there's a backflip where you can release a lot to get it good. And the backwards entry to the last CP is also important. Because you can
exactly.
like, get it good, get it bad. But yeah, I think we're going to see it. Who's driving right now? I think we could follow Hazard for the warm-up.
Yeah, let's take a look.
At the moment. Yeah. Because, in the last match when Hazard and Morhpeo played, like, Hazard really was able to challenge Morhpeo in this one.
Yeah, man. And I think Hazard actually told me earlier that he drove a pretty nice PB today, actually. So, yeah, like you mentioned before that Hazard, he didn't really play too much, but then he played a little bit today, practice, and he was, driving PBs, so that is a good sign.
Yeah, true. But yeah, Hazard's best match time so far in this, he did a 4:54 in match. Morhpeo did a 4:53.9 in match. So yeah, those guys did really fast match times. Astro did not play this in the match so far.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah, he's the only one of these players. FutFut played it once. He did a 4:56 in match. Which is, quite fast. But yeah,
wow.
Hazard was approaching the backwards entry. You see, and then also the turnaround from backwards to forward, where Hazard.
He's doing the fast way.
Yeah, there is a fast way that got figured out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it was Ferry actually finding that strat, and thanks for follow Golem from Sparta. Thank you.
Yeah, and now we're seeing Hazard is doing the water bounce skip, and he clips a little bit, so he does not have it fast there. And this will lose you, I think around 2 or 3 seconds. Yeah, so Ferry says Hazard did it. And I think Ferry was the first one to do it in match, right?
Yeah, I think so actually. And just reading chat right now, and Flo has an interesting point that's crazy to see how much they have to risk to get insane time because they have no other choice. And I kind of have to agree with that because, I think we saw a lot of mistakes because they're just trying to drive as fast as possible, Like they know they have to drive really fast times versus each other and just be really fast. And I think that's also when you get more mistakes. So that is maybe what's happening right now. I wouldn't be surprised. So interesting point. But yeah, how did you guys like that first map? That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and what I noticed already on the first maps, the player are really using the warm-up to get used to the map. Like, I think not even Hazard is on a good run. I think he had a respawn before.
Yeah.
And they're really training some parts of the map.
Yeah. That's kind of what the warm-up is for, so why not? We saw also in Ferry's matches, he's always training the last CP because there's a little trick where you can kind of get a little bit more speed with a nosedive with the correct angle. Ooh, whoa! Is that a shortcut from Astronaut?
Oh wait, what is Astro? Oh, you mean like the full speed jump there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can do it, but it is just 0.1 or 0.2 faster.
Ah, yeah. It seems really hard because you also have to.
Can save 1 second, really?
Wow.
I thought Hazard said something about 0.2.
It looks really hard though because you need to be like you need to. The next part is a right turn right away, so you need to like kind of angle your car, I guess. Wait, I'm gonna take a look. Where are we at? I'm lost. Never mind. When is the map starting? Yeah, we have. This is the warm-up that's getting played, and after the warm-up, so probably in 30 seconds, we're gonna get this map underway. Players are. Yeah, 1 minute. We have 1 minute. Yeah, and I'm actually very excited to see what's gonna happen with this map, because I really love watching this map. I love playing this map, and this is really one of my favorites, I gotta say. This is just so smooth to drive, you know. And it's such a beauty to look at as well. And I think players, there's a lot of room to push as well. Like you can drive pretty wide, but you can also choose to drive really, you know, tight lines and do perfect neo slides and stuff. I feel like there's a lot of room to drive safer and more risky on this one.
Yeah, true. And yeah, last 10 seconds of the warm-up. And after that, we are going live. Good luck, have fun on the second map.
Yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna follow Hazard for this first round on the second map. As we have quite a interesting map on our hands. No, quite different actually from the first map we saw, and Hazard is kind of losing time instantly on the start. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, looked maybe like a small bug or something.
At least we have a good overview of the match right now.
That is true. Maybe he's doing it on purpose to give us the overview. Probably not, but yeah, very close battle so far. No one really making any mistakes. See Astronaut dropping a tiny bit behind, but it's, you know, it's so close at this point. Just 0.5 between all of these players. You have this pipe section which you can choose to drive really fast, and all these players drive it so fast. It's insane to see this pipe. It looks so scary to drive this fast, but all these players manage to do it. And then we have this water bounce coming up. And look at this. All these players are driving so fast.
Yeah, this is looking like the winner bracket final now. Yeah,
exactly.
Within 0.6 of a second. No one, getting a slowdown in this pipe. But of course now, like this is one of the CPs where you can risk a lot. Three-wheel section, I think. FutFut slowed down a lot. There, yeah, is 0.9 behind. Hazard and Astro had it good. We're catching up to Morhpeo. And yeah, what is this battle at the moment? Hazard is challenging Morhpeo now.
Oh, and Astronaut actually gets overtaken as well by FutFut. So, yeah, we have a crazy situation where Hazard is taking first place and FutFut is taking third place. Wow. Oh, look at this. It's so close. I don't even know who to spectate. Everyone's overtaking each other. Oh, FutFut had a slight clip, but he does actually...
really good turnaround.
Yeah, that was crazy. He clipped, but he didn't lose any speed. Oh my god, FutFut, that was so close. That was so close, but he managed to, you know, gain a lot of time there. And Morhpeo actually drops behind. But yeah, it's just ever so slightly though, because... Oh man. Let's see this section. Hazard... He didn't get it that great, and he instantly drops down from first place to last place.
Astro got it great, and is up to third place, and even gained. He's 0.9 behind. I think he was 1.2 seconds behind before. So yeah, he gained 0.3 there on Morhpeo, or whoever was leading the checkpoint before. Now into the freeway section, Morhpeo still leading, but yeah, FutFut and Astro close behind. Also Hazard, not too far away. And of course, yeah, we have a freewheeling section and we have two keyboard players, and usually with keyboard you kind of have a disadvantage on freewheel sections because you cannot smooth steer like Morhpeo and FutFut can, and you see Astro lost quite a bit there.
Look at this though.
Seconds behind,
Look at this battle, man. All these four players are so close. within each other. It's insane to see. Like, you can spectate the last player and we still have a nice overview of all the players. That is crazy. And oh man, just see like these tiny sections. They decide so much. And yeah, on a map like this, or in a match like this, you really have to get any time save you can get, because it's so close right now. Actually nearing... Go ahead.
Oh, no one of these players can save, and FutFut clips a little bit and instantly gets overtaken by Astro and Hazard. FutFut is in last now with just one tiny clip, and yeah, Morhpeo now has 1.5 seconds, like, and that's not even time where you can save. Yeah, goes quite safe through the flip.
Ooh,
then
Hazard.
Astronaut and Hazard. Ooh, FutFut did a good release there, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
It's overtaking Hazard. Not yet.
Oh,
He's
it's so
coming
close.
closer.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how these players will approach this last CP, because we still have the little backwards climb that you can get pretty nice or pretty bad. So let's take a close look. And FutFut, is he gonna snipe Hazard? It's all about his respawn, I think. Oh, look at this, it's so close. Oh, I think Hazard has it.
Yeah, I think
Oh my god.
FutFut tried to do the fast strat, but it did not pay off for him. Hazard did the normal strat with just press forward and was faster, so yeah, FutFut did not get it.
This was such
really
a wild
good round.
Wow, such a wild round. Yeah, as well, like the times are really close. Every player driving like a sub 5 minutes. That's so insane.
Yeah, like imagine getting last with a 56.5 there. This is really fast pace in this first round.
Yeah, that is setting some really high standards for all these players. Because yeah, now the pressure is rising. These players must really feel, you know, that pressure that they have to drive so consistent and so fast on this round. And yeah, because the last player, he like, that was a really fast time that he set, and he's still in 4th. You know, it's very crazy. And yeah, we see Astronaut, he fell, actually he had to respawn there. So he is...
That's quite a long respawn.
Yeah, that is a bad one. You know, I was just talking about like how fast and consistent all these players were in the previous round, and then Astronaut making that mistake. So yeah, that's gonna be really hard to catch up. I think it's gonna be harder than on Mara Park actually, because we saw just very high standard of pace on this map so far. So let's see, FutFut, Morhpeo and Hazard are still in it. They're very close to each other, just 0.6 away. And yeah, we approach this section which you mentioned, you can risk a lot. I think all these players are driving pretty fast here. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. You mentioned earlier that... Oh, FutFut!
Oh.
He clipped!
Yeah, that's a big time loss. I think like 2 or 3 seconds that he loses there. So yeah, only Hazard and Morhpeo without mistakes, or like big mistakes in this round.
Yeah, I could consider him kind of lucky that he at least didn't have to respawn, but yeah, it's gonna be harder to catch up now with this time loss. But yeah, maybe he can make something happen on this backwards. He has to get like the perfect turnaround on this next you know, backwards exit. See how he does it. Ooh. Oh, that wasn't the cleanest, I think, from FutFut. Yeah, still 2.6 behind. Oh no, FutFut is kind of crumbling. He crashed into that little border and had a full stop. I'm gonna go over to Morhpeo and Hazard as they're pretty much equal right now. Morhpeo actually getting a 0.2 lead over Hazard. And
sick battle now.
Yeah.
Oh, Hazard almost touching the wall there.
Yeah, that was
manages
close.
to ride it. And this would have been crucial, because there's this engine killer part coming up, and losing speed there, yeah, means a speed loss for half of the CP.
Yeah, that would also, like, almost respawning would be faster if you had a speed loss there.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, right now it's only, no, I'd say, yeah, it's 0.7 now. So yeah, he definitely can catch it up.
Yeah, he
But
needs to press B for boost at this point. He needs to press the gas pedal extra hard because Morhpeo is not really slowing down. I don't think. Morhpeo is definitely not in save mode because he does know that Hazard is, creeping up behind him. So yeah, I think it's Hazard that has to push at this point. But yeah, he's still losing a little bit. And I think he didn't get the best landing there on that bridge, so lost even more time. So yeah, it's now or never if he wants to get that 10 pointer from Morhpeo. Actually, how is FutFut and Astronaut? They're further behind, so...
They're on islands. Yeah, Astronaut, I think Astronaut even did an additional mistake.
Yeah, and
FutFut now.
Yeah, Hazard actually kind of clipped that border, but I think he will make this jump. He will, but
yeah, he does.
Additional time loss for him though. So
2.6 seconds. Yeah, Morhpeo can just full save it.
Hazard. No. I think Hazard tried to risk it. He let go a little bit too much, and now he has to respawn. He couldn't make the jump, and we actually see FutFut going into second place. Man, I'm not sure if Hazard actually tried to release to, get a perfect landing there, but that wasn't worth it because Morhpeo was already, 2.5 seconds in front of him. And now he's given the second place on a platter to FutFut.
Yeah, why would you do that, releasing there? There's no way you're going to catch up 2 seconds in the last 2 CPs. And yeah, easy 6 points for FutFut. And with that, he will even overtake Hazard in the total standings. Morhpeo, in the meantime, will go up to 46 points, so he will have quite a good lead.
Yeah, dude, this time for Morhpeo again, it's 54, right? Yeah, 54. Very sick time as well. Yeah, Astronaut. That wasn't too great from him.
And Hazard says he bugged there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it happens that you won't make the jump because of a bug. But
yeah, that is
really rare on.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. But yeah, can't do much about it. I think for the next Brawl, if there's ever gonna be one, mappers need to be a bit careful for those. But yeah, let's get into the last round on this rotation of this map. So we have again a pretty close start. Oh, Morhpeo! I've never seen a mistake on this CP. Morhpeo is losing so much time.
You can do mistakes there. I did not see what he did, but yeah, if you mistime the air brake there or don't air brake at all, you sometimes
I can tell you
there.
This one he clipped. That little bridge right before the first CP.
Okay, so was he too far inside or did he just
It was too far. It was too far outside actually.
Oh, outside, okay.
Yeah. And that is really bad. 20 seconds. Holy shit, that is a big respawn for him. And now with Morhpeo out of it, who is gonna take this round?
Only Morhpeo out of it. Also Hazard had a respawn.
Yeah.
And only FutFut and Astronaut without mistakes. And this is really important for Astronaut because he is at the moment last in the total points with only 20.
Exactly.
And with this, he will at least catch up a little bit to Hazard.
Yeah, I was about to say.
FutFut if he wins.
I was about to say, like, Astronaut, I think, has to get this 10 pointer to really get into the points and make a comeback because this is his chance now. Hazard and Morhpeo are so far behind. Like, he has to really make use of this opportunity that's given to him. But also FutFut, he's really not slowing down at this point, and he knows. I think he has a shot caller. Not sure actually, but he knows that these players made big mistakes, and Astronaut not having the best section there. I think he went a little bit too far. But let's take a look. Ooh, oh, FutFut! Oh my god, FutFut! He kind of clipped and he had to drive backwards a bit, losing a lot of time, and Astronaut instantly gets that first position. So yeah, FutFut now in second place as we have the water bounce coming up. Let's take a close look. Astronaut going for it, gets it pretty nice, as well as FutFut. I think they didn't get it the fastest, but they still, you know, managed to get it without any problems. So yeah, Astronaut moving in first position. Can he keep this first position though? That is what I'm wondering.
Yeah, this is really important for him. And all of a sudden now, FutFut and Astronaut are probably the players I would have expected to draft the slowest here. And they are in the lead and will most likely get, yeah, the 10-pointer and the 6-pointer.
Yeah.
How far behind is Hazard? Yeah, Hazard is 9.6 seconds behind Morhpeo, even 18 seconds behind Astronaut. So yeah, I don't see them catching up to FutFut and Astronaut.
Yeah, that is out of the question. You know, we do have, you know, RPG. The RPG style in Trackmania does offer some really wild things sometimes, and we see exactly that happen. You know, we see even the best player out of all can make mistakes. So yeah, that's kind of also what makes RPG so awesome to watch, I think, because you can't call anything, you know, like anything can happen in the end. But yeah, let's focus on this last battle. And FutFut is actually kind of creeping up on Astronaut, just 0.2 behind.
He's really risking through the turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 1.2 seconds after the freewheeling pot, and and Astronaut going a little bit too tight there.
Will he make this jump?
I think he will.
He will. Okay.
FutFut just passed him.
Yeah, that is.
And now I have the feeling they have to release at this backflip now, and both are getting it. This is so tight now.
Oh my god, we again have such close rounds on our hands, and again we see players being so close in the last section of this map. But yeah, FutFut, I don't think if he's not having problems with this backwards, he will take it, but we're gonna see. Let's see, FutFut, oh, actually gets it very nice, and
oh, but Astro gets stuck. Oh no, yeah, but Hazard is not close enough. That would have been...
If he was in first.
Oh yeah, man. If he was in first, oh no.
That would have been so tilting for him if he did that in first place. But yeah, FutFut driving a 4:58, Astronaut driving a 5:2, so actually not the best time. Still decent. Hazard 5:7 and Morhpeo. Usually don't see, you know, we usually don't have to wait for Morhpeo to finish. But yeah, not driving the best time here. That might be, you know, one of his worst times on this map in match. So yeah, this gives a chance for these players to catch up a little bit to Morhpeo on his lead in points. Yeah, and that is also a nice point. I think FutFut is the last German player that's left in this cup.
Yep.
Yeah. And we still have Ferry and Astronaut, who are the last two Dutch players in this cup. And Hazard is Danish. And Morhpeo obviously French. So yeah, we have Jumanji, the third map in the rotation. What can you tell us about this map, Chaos?
Ooh, this map, yeah, it is probably the easiest map out of the map pack, where players can really drive consistent. Like when you look at the local records, I have local record 11 here, and this is only 5 seconds behind Morhpeo, and usually that's like a lot more.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
usually
players are really close here. You see FutFut with a 3:58. I'm not sure if that's his PB. Astronaut with a 58. Hazard's PB. I'm not sure actually what he has.
Hazard has a 4:02, so that is not that great actually.
Yeah, this is not his best map.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that before actually, that Jumanji really wasn't the best map for him. As all these players, he knows that all these players have faster pace on this map. So yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. We have Morhpeo in 49, FutFut 35, Hazard 28, and Astronaut in 26. So yeah, we see, you know, the latter part of the scoreboard. We see it's pretty close still. No player has really fallen behind that much. But yeah, FutFut is also having some nice points beside Morhpeo.
Yeah, that's really good. There are, of course, some key parts, I'd say, on this map. For example, the part which Morhpeo is approaching right now.
Whoa, we have a... Yeah, this part where you can...
Flip.
Yeah, you can, like, not really flip that well and then not have enough speed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a very, very interesting statistic from FlowFlow. He's saying that the previous round was the first time Morhpeo ever finished in 4th on a map.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting, to be honest.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah.
That is actually insane. Wow. Yeah, FlowFlow, keep up the statistics, by the way. I love hearing these statistics. I know the RPG community has done a great job, you know, holding, like keeping by these sheets, the spreadsheets with all interesting statistics. I find myself getting lost in them sometimes. But my favorite statistic is actually the fastest ready, who readies the fastest. I love this statistic. People were speedrunning, you know, match ready earlier. And yo, what is up next? Ah yeah, and also this CP, we see players, these boosters, you see these green boosters here? You can miss the boosters, and then you won't be able to make the jump. And we actually saw you not making that.
Yeah, unfortunately I missed them sometimes.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate to see, man. That was awful to watch. You missed it like 5 times in a row or something, or like 2 times.
It was 3 times in one round, and then 1 time in the round afterwards.
Yeah, so yeah, that's such a unfortunate thing to happen, because you can't really do much about it, I think. I think you can kind of account for it a little.
Yeah, you can try to steer a little bit, because it happens when your left wheels are left of the boost and your right wheels are on the right side of the boost. So if you steer a little bit and want to try that at least one wheel is touching, then you will get it.
Yeah, it's just such a, it's like such a unnatural thing, you know?
Yeah, it's a little bit of precision there.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have this warm-up almost getting finished. 40 seconds, and then this map gets underway. Wait, what time did Morhpeo drive? Or...
No, he did not finish. He flipped at the last jump, basically.
Ah, I see.
But I did not see if it was on purpose. Yeah, of course, this map also has some evil land bugs. We might see in the rounds, for example, on the last CP, the ramp, you can bug sometimes. Also in the start, there are some land bugs you can get. Of course, these players know how to avoid them. But yeah, not all the time you will actually avoid them.
Yeah, like sometimes I can imagine that you're just in that zone, or you're in a close fight, and you're just so focused that you're kind of bugged there on that ramp. This can happen in pressure situations a lot. And yeah, let's get this match underway. We have the 3rd map, Jumanji, of the first rotation. So yeah, let's go. See all these players not really making any mistakes. Very close start, actually.
Yeah, of course we have this grass part. Grass is usually easier to drive with pad, because you can smoothly, but yeah, all of those players are making it, and they are really close together. Look at this. Within 1/10 of a second.
FutFut
now dropping down a little bit.
Yeah, not the end of the world, but yeah, definitely losing 0.3 there. But yeah, 0.3 is still nothing at the start of a round on an RPG map. So yeah, let's see. This section, see a lot of mistakes happening, but no one is actually making mistakes. So great to hear, great to see. And yeah.
Start there by all of the players.
Very sick, yeah, very fast.
Yeah, it's like not. Yeah, it's an okay pace. It's not a super fast start because I think they are not really risking like they're on world record.
Yeah. Wow, look at how close it is. All these players are kind of in a train. You're kind of forming a train with this, and FutFut actually having a lot of speed there, and he instantly gets to the second position. Wow, he had a really nice approach on that ramp there.
Yeah, he got a nice wallbang there, and also he did not do the wallbang afterwards. Went for a drift, and yeah, had more speed than Hazard and Astro, but has a worse turnaround there.
Astronaut,
Astro is catching up.
he went so close to that wall, like he was a couple pixels away from clipping, I think. But he managed to, you know, keep all of his speed. But I don't know what happened, but... Oh, look at how close it is, man. Oh, as Astronaut sniping Hazard again, or no, it's FutFut. Wow, it's so hard to keep track. Everyone's overtaking everyone all the time.
Yeah,
wow.
FutFut had a weird approach to the exit of the pit there, which is actually cut the way they are doing it. That's not the intended way.
Yeah,
it's one of the cuts that is allowed in this tournament.
Yeah,
but,
it's
the players know about that.
Yeah, it seems more of a, you know, like a faster way to get around. But yeah, FutFut having a bit of a better drift there and taking over Hazard there. Ooh, Hazard, he flipped. He is dead. Hazard, he has flipped and he is resting in pieces on last place now.
Yeah, meanwhile Morhpeo is driving the race on his own. But yeah, behind that we have the battle between FutFut and Astronaut. They're 0.9 of a second apart from each other. No one going for the bug slide there, which is, I don't know, not a strat you should do in rounds.
Yeah, it doesn't really gain too much, right?
Yeah. Well,
I guess
it's not worth the risk.
Yeah, I guess it's really hard to get fast, I think, because it's pretty precise. But yeah, see, Morhpeo is again, he's actually not out of reach, I'd say. Just 1 second.
He has lost some time, and now Astro clipped the exit of the tunnel, and FutFut with the smooth steering over the sand or the beach.
Look at that!
It's coming closer.
He has more speed. Oh, but he kind of lost it actually, and now Astronaut is the one that has more speed. And this last section, I think that ramp is gonna be very decisive. And oh, FutFut! Oh, he's driving so risky, and he has to. Oh my god, that was so close, but
also Astro risking it.
All these players are just barely surviving. And look at these times. Morhpeo
really nice.
Driving a 3:58 there, which is just 2 seconds of his own world record. So very, very great race. All these players showing they're capable of very fast times. But Hazard, with that earlier mistake, like throughout the half of the map, sadly, yeah, too far behind to do anything. But yeah, great race so far on Jumanji.
With that now, Astro will overtake Hazard in the total score for the 3rd place now. Yeah, and he's only 7 points short of Futa. So it's not impossible for Astro to get second in this match overall.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say everything is still on the table right now. And Morhpeo is actually on 59 points, so that means he just needs 2 rounds to get to finalist actually.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he will not close it out on this one, but he can close it out on Morhpeo. Of course, he needs to get first once or second twice.
Yeah.
And of course, if he finishes first, he needs to finish the other round.
Ooh, Astronaut, he had a wall hit there and he lost a lot of speed there. And that's, you know, a place where you can still keep a lot of speed, so he's losing 2 seconds off of that. But yeah, all these players are still in a big fight. Again, driving such a fast start. And everyone, no one, well, except for Astronaut at this point, is really choking a little. But yeah, Hazard is falling behind a little. I want to see this approach from FutFut. So this landing he does, look at this. He just instantly snipes Oh, Morhpeo actually making a mistake there. Oh no. But yeah, FutFut, he has found, I think, a new strat that only he is doing, where he gets so much more exit speed of this ramp there. And now he's in first place because of that, and Morhpeo is again in last place.
Yeah, and on this map, I don't see him catching it up. So, yeah, how far behind is he? Yeah, he is 7 seconds behind, which is a lot on this map.
Yeah. I'd say if there's one player to do it, it's Morhpeo, but on this map, it's a bit, the margin is a bit too small to do that, I think.
Yeah, but we have a sick fight between Hazard and Astro. They're driving inside each other at the moment, 1.5 seconds behind FutFut.
Yeah, interesting as well, because Hazard is going way higher up with that line, and Astronaut's going really low, but they are not really gaining or losing.
Oh, but FutFut crashes into the window. Now Hazard and Astro are, yeah, first and second.
Yeah.
Ooh, but Astro misjudging the drift there, also touching the wall a bit, so Hazard, yeah, has just 0.6 of a lead. Where did FutFut go? Did he have to respawn? No. But is 3 seconds behind.
Yeah. Oh, Astronaut!
And Astro, yeah, Astro's drifts at the moment are not on point. Maybe he got the slowdown on the magnet there. That happens sometimes, and is very unfortunate. When you
because
don't make that drift.
He actually had a bit of a full stop on that magnet, so that is a big time loss. But yeah, FutFut capitalizes off of that and gets into second place again after that initial mistake in that building area. But Hazard, he is having a 1.8 lead over FutFut, so yeah, hopefully he's not gonna make mistakes and just ride this one home, because this is really not his, I'd say it's his worst map out of these 3 maps at least. So getting a 10-pointer here is a really like dream scenario for him. But yeah, oh, FutFut, he had a bug on the dirt and he has to go for the respawn, and Morhpeo is actually going to 3rd place right now because of that, and Astronaut is in 2nd place. Oh my god. What a wild turn of events. Very unfortunate for FutFut. Let's take a close look on Hazard, see how he does his ending section. He goes very safe there. Very safe. But yeah, he gets a 10-pointer. Astronaut gets that 6-pointer in 2nd place. And Morhpeo actually gets 3rd after that really big respawn he has there.
Yeah, and you see the times? This is again one of those slow rounds that we've seen on Mara Park, like winning with a 4:05. Yeah, well, you can do it, but
yeah,
the times we have expected.
Yeah, and oh man, I'm not sure if you catch that bug that FutFut had, but he had a really bad bug on that little dirt transition with a little gap.
After this little jump there?
Yeah, you have the tunnel exit, and then after you have this little bump, and he had a really bad bug there, and he flipped his car so to respawn.
Yeah.
So that is so unfortunate. And yo, what's up everyone in the chat? How are you guys doing?
Yeah, but that's actually one of the bugs I always see, like this line there in the texture, but it never happened to me, the bug.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, FutFut actually having that one, and he got the worst. Oh my god, Astronaut. Dude, he had such a bad bug on that ramp, but it was like a trampoline. He was like launched up, like just straight up, but he actually managed to stay on track. But yeah, he is fighting this battle from behind again. 2.6 seconds though.
That looked so weird. For a second I thought he was like his connection was dying, because I was spectating, I don't know, Hazard? Maybe? And then I just saw Astro in the air, and I was like, what is this now?
It's like, whoop. But yeah, luckily for him, he didn't have to respawn there, so yeah, 3 seconds behind is not the worst, but also, you know, on this map, you know, people are really fast, so yeah, wonder if he will catch up. Take a look at this line from FutFut again. Yeah, I think, yeah, he just approaches this ramp really early, which forces his car to tilt a little bit more, which makes him land better and with more speed. I think that is kind of his strat that he's doing.
And I think one important thing that we missed so far, look at Morpheo's points overall.
Oh yeah, he's on 63. That is a very good thing you mentioned, because he is close to finalist.
Yeah, and he needs to win this round now to become finalist. If he gets second, he is only at 69 points.
Yeah, that is not a great scenario for him, because you want to create those... you want to create as much winning chances on finalist mode, while other people still have to get points. So yeah, it would definitely be a big loss for him if he wouldn't win this one. But yeah, he's really on pace to win this, as he's 1.6 seconds behind or ahead of the second player. So yeah, FutFut really doesn't want to lose any time on this section, as well as Hazard. He's pretty close to FutFut as well. Astronaut, we see again of that mistake, is a little bit further behind. But yeah, I think this battle with Hazard and FutFut is interesting to look at, as they're actually 0.6, only 0.6 away. See this approach from this really tight drift you have to do. All the players get the booster correctly, so no bugs here. And let's see, Hazard going a bit more inside there. Don't think it matters too much. But yeah, we're actually nearing the last 4 checkpoints on this map, and I think Morhpeo is really not, you know, leaving the gas pedal. He's just driving his own pace right now.
Sure, I'm spectating him. Sometimes I have the feeling he is already saving. He clips in the tunnel. This will make him lose, yeah, like half a second maybe in the next checkpoint.
Yeah, but look at the time he's already, you know, accumulated over these other players. 3 seconds behind. That is not something you just gain with pace at all. So
yeah, it's only 2.7 seconds now, so yeah, he lost quite a bit. But if he does not bug on the last ramp, there's no way he is going to lose this round, and he makes
he's got it.
Yeah, and with that, he is the first player. Will move on to finalist mode, even with a 3:58.9, so another really good time by him. Futa getting second there, 1 second in front of Hazard, and Astro unfortunately finishing in last.
Yeah, that is of course Morhpeo driving very consistent. That is the Morhpeo we're kind of used to seeing. And we have another stat that came through the mail from the Flow. So let's see. This is the first time Morhpeo is still playing for the second map rotation. Oh wow, the first time he's playing more than 9 rounds in a match.
Oh.
Oh my god. So normally Morhpeo is used to already being done by closing it out before the 10th match, the 10th map. So this is actually his first time. So yeah, that is cool, because Morhpeo seems to be the most contested he's ever been so far. But yeah, we have Mara Park again coming up for the second time, so no warm-up on this one. We have each players making the start pretty nicely. We have FutFut actually in first place, Astro second, and Morhpeo third, Hazard in last place. But yeah, the margins are so little, it's yeah, not really significant. You can't really say anything about these positions just yet. We do have this branch where Morhpeo, oh, Hazard, he made a pretty mad mistake and loses at least 2 seconds there. Yeah, 2.7 seconds, so unfortunate for him. But yeah, not the worst mistake. We have Morhpeo, Astronaut and FutFut in a very close battle, and I think this section we have coming up here is quite difficult. Players choosing to risk it, it seems, and just going full speed through this section. Morhpeo is gaining a bit more time over Astronaut. Is he gonna go for the overtake? Ah, it's actually so close. And this was a good map for FutFut, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's probably his fastest map.
Yeah, as we see that he's being in first place right now, he's really showing that he is capable of driving insane pace on this. As well as Astro though. Look at him. It's not Morhpeo who's in the front.
Yeah, Morhpeo has to risk now. He just needs to do first place. Like second and third does not really matter for him, so he can just push it now. But yeah, it looks like he's not really coming closer to FutFut and Astronaut. I think Astronaut is coming closer to FutFut actually.
Yeah.
Over this checkpoint.
Ooh, Morhpeo had such a nice bug slide there though, and he instantly gained like 0.5 with that.
Yeah, if you can risk that much a lot actually. I think we saw Ferry failing it one time 2 days ago in his match.
Yeah, he had like a full stop on the CP block, right?
Yeah. That can happen if you risk too much, but yeah, Morhpeo risking it and coming closer a little bit. Yeah, but Astronaut and FutFut are really inside each other now. Astronaut jumping a little bit lower, but
Morhpeo is a god. Dude, he had the most pixel perfect jump into this tilted CP block, and he just gained so much time. Look at this. He gets not only first place, but he gets an instant 0.7 lead over Astronaut and FutFut. That is so crazy.
Just happened there. I thought Astro had it good, and yeah, as Pinder points out, that was YOLO AF. I can confirm that was YOLO, and Futa flips there, does not make the jump, so it's now up to Astronaut to deny Morhpeo, and Astro is trailing 0.7 behind Morhpeo.
Dude, I can't get over that line from Morhpeo was actually so insane. That was so insane, and people in the chat are saying it's the ferry strat. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt that, because ferry is known to, be very risky but very fast. But yeah, Morhpeo again gets that lead, and it's now for him because he is in finalist. He can close this one out. I'm sure he'd be closing this one out rather sooner than later.
Yeah.
So he's on track for that. Astronaut can still deny him. We have seen Astronaut. Oh, he actually clips, and that is a big time loss. He does make the jump, but yeah, he's losing a lot more time, and this will be hard. We have seen Astronaut sniping people in the end of this map, but yeah, not this round.
What happened this time? 426.8, and with that, Morhpeo is the first player to move on to the grand final.
Yeah, man. Holy shit. Congrats to Morhpeo. He's the first one to close it out in this match, but we do have one more slot for the second player that is going to move to the grand final. Yeah. So, yeah, now it's going to be very scary, because look at all these points, man. I think
this is so close.
Once the points are updated, it's going to be so close.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
51,
in a second.
59, 49 and 47. That's 4 points between the first of them and the last of them.
Dude, look at these points, man. Oh my god. Dude, I don't think we have ever seen a match that was this close for the second position, at least. Like, these points are... Oh my god.
I think I know we had a match where we had triple finalists.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but we did have... That was like third player making a comeback, I think. But yeah, now... FutFut! No, he made a really bad mistake, and he's losing instantly, like 2-3 seconds on that mistake. He hit the bridge. Oh, it's only 0.3 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, I think he managed to recover very well there.
Yeah.
1.3 behind though.
Yeah, that looked like a deadly mistake, but yeah, he managed to really save that one. That's impressive. That is a pretty skillful thing to have, like being able to recover really well of tiny mistakes. And we see FutFut instantly. He's just back in it again. He has a good tunnel section, and he's right behind everyone, and he's actually overtaking Astronaut, since he kind of had a little tap there. And wow, Hazard is also having a little tap, and now FutFut is in first place again. Wow, FutFut is just so fast, especially on the start of this map. This
In the
pace.
start, FutFut is definitely one of the fastest players on this map, but also Astronaut has good starts.
Yeah, for sure.
To be honest, in those rounds, there are some parts you really don't want to risk or go all in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because a mistake just puts you behind so much. FutFut! He fell off and he has to respawn.
Yeah, and that's the mistake you've
Yeah.
talked about, and this will put him far behind. And actually, FutFut was the only player above 50 points, so yeah, he could have been finalist within 2 rounds. But now we're going to see at least 3 rounds before we even have the next finalist.
Ooh, Hazard, he kind of had a bad approach. He had to adjust a lot. And will he even make this? He won't. Oh, he will. Okay. Oh, sorry for that bamboozle. But yeah, that's an interesting point. So we will definitely see at least 3 rounds here for the second finalist to come. So yeah, what a crazy thing, man. This ramp that FutFut made a mistake. We see a lot of mistakes there actually. If you don't have the right approach, you can bug really badly actually.
Yeah, and that's like where FutFut failed at the quarter pipe jump. It's quite unintuitive where you have to aim or how you have to jump there.
Yeah, I definitely feel for FutFut because I'm also really not a fan of that one. Feels really buggy with those ramps there. But Hazard has another full stop, and that puts everyone on really big islands again. So, kind of yeah, unfortunate round for everyone except for Astronaut.
Yeah, but with a victory in this round, Astronaut might take over. Yeah, he will take over second place in the overall standings. Because he will be at 57, and FutFut, yeah, if he gets 6 points, okay, he is also at 57. But Astro, if he wins, he will be tied for second place after this round.
Yeah. Oh my god, what craziness, man.
And of course, he should know that he can
Hazard!
save. Yeah.
Hazard made a really bad mistake, and I'm actually gonna take a look at FutFut.
Yeah, he's too far behind.
Yeah, he's too far behind, indeed. 20 seconds, that's a lot actually.
Yeah, Astronaut should know that he can save. I think he can even afford a respawn at the next CP.
Yeah.
And would still get first place. But yeah, he's not on a slow time, I'd say. I think
Hazard.
he's on a 29 time.
Dude, Hazard is making so much mistakes, man. He bumped a little bit through that corner, barely making that jump over the water. Hazard should get it together as well as FutFut. Oh look, he's kind of closing in, but yeah, it's not enough. Astronaut. What time did Astronaut set actually? 4:29.
Yeah, 29.5, not a bad time.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Should definitely keep up that consistency. And Hazard is saying Monkaster in the chat, and that definitely felt like a bit of Monkaster towards the end. And we see FutFut requesting their 2-minute break. So maybe choosing to, get a bit more in focus, maybe, take a little walk or go to the toilet or whatever.
Yeah, but is this a tactical break now? Because, yeah, he knows there's only 1 round coming up on Morhpeo, which is arguably his best map of the map pack, and he, wants to, regain his focus to do a last good round, get those 10 points, and then be at 65 points.
Exactly, that is interesting. I'm gonna take this chance to grab some chips. I don't know if you have it in Germany as well, but recently Lay's, they have made like Subway chips and KFC chips and Pizza Hut chips. Look.
I think I've seen a picture of those KFC chips somewhere, but I'm not sure if where they sell them.
Yeah, and this one as well. KFC chips. Pretty nice.
So yeah, what are the people in chat saying? Who's going to win this? Astro, Hazard, or FutFut? Who's the fan favorite in this one?
Spam your favorite in chat, guys. Who do you guys is gonna who are you rooting for, and who do you think is gonna win? The winner. Good one. Go Astro. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Pizza Hut as well. I like the Subway chips the best. Astro, so we have some Astro fans in the chat. Some Ensure fans in the chat. Yeah, we have 2 Ensure players actually still in. Hocus Pocus, give FutFut back his focus. That's a good one.
They're all going for Astro, okay.
Yeah.
FutTM is going for FutFut. Bishop going for Ensure, of course. We have 2 Ensure players in this match. One player, though, will get knocked down to the lower bracket, where he is going to face Artis and Ferry next week, but the break is over, and we are live into the 3rd round on Mara Park. And we see Astro. I think it was almost an identical mistake to the mistake he did in the first round.
Oh, he makes a mistake again. Oof, that is a big chance, or like a big chance to get, you know, points being thrown away in the trash. And he was looking so strong on that previous round, getting a 29 on this map, first place, and now he's 13 seconds behind. That is, you know, at this point it seems like unrecoverable, you know, like you still need to drive your best, but yeah, what can you do about that?
Yeah, I don't know, but to be honest, he is at 57 points, so yeah.
True. Wow, like, look at these points, man.
Are enough, yeah, they're close, 57, 55 and 55.
These players, yeah, they're really keeping it as close as they can get. Maybe they're all in voice chat, just deciding like, okay, now you need to get the points so we are as close as possible.
I don't think so.
I doubt it.
I'm not even sure if they have shot callers. Like, I know Morhpeo is shot caller. I'm not sure. Hazard talked about Levon being his shot caller, but I'm not sure. Is Levon here?
Yeah, maybe you can check on the server.
Yes, well, there's this creep guy. I think he's shot calling for FutFut. And then there are... Yeah, so I think Astro... Does Astro have a shot caller? I don't think so.
Yeah. And we see Hazard actually made a small mistake there, so he's 4 seconds behind. Not sure what happened exactly, but yeah, that is tough. And FutFut, I think, out of these 3, is definitely like the fastest player, like pace. He has the fastest pace, and he knows how to drive really fast on this map. So yeah, that's not someone you want to see in first place when you're Hazard or Astronaut.
Yeah, of course, so the break is paying off at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Tactical genius strikes again.
Yeah.
But of course, the next map will be Hypnosis. So, and Hypnosis should be very good for Hazard, where he is arguably the fastest player out of those 3.
Yeah, it's also like pretty nice that it's so close, because then, you know, we can play more rounds, and that means that there's more maps to be played as well. And you know, we know that Hazard, like you mentioned, isn't the greatest on this map, and he has to respawn, but it's not a bad one. But yeah, Hypnosis is like a really great map for him, so yeah, it is gonna be interesting to see, because this map will definitely won't see a winner being decided on this map. So even if FutFut, you know, gets to finalist, oh, he can't even, yeah.
No, they can't. We will see one more round without a finalist, and then we might see our first finalist.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, man, what a match this has been so far. Gotta say, this round specifically seems to be a bit, yeah, out of it. Not really much chances here for these players to catch up, but yeah, dude, this match has been so crazy. Like we saw earlier, we saw some rounds which, like, all the 4 players were just in a train, like behind each other, driving the whole map just in a train. It's so crazy.
Yeah, and also before the match, as we've mentioned, all players said, yeah, they are not sure if they will make it out of those 3. And I wonder if there was a point in the match where they noticed, oh, yeah, I can challenge those other two guys, because we are close.
Yeah, exactly. And so the grand final is gonna be a 1 versus 1.
No.
Or
no,
it will have the players from the loser bracket, like the.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, the two
Oh,
players that are losing now are playing the consolidation final against Ferry and Ortiz, and the winners of that are moving to the grand final where they face Morhpeo and the second player of this match.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Alright, yeah, and we see again FutFut is keeping it together this round, getting that 10-pointer, and Hazard second, Astronaut in third. So after the map switch, let's take a look what this does to our points. Yeah, so FutFut is in first, and Astronaut and Hazard are tied for second place with 61 points. Oh my god.
But yeah, so we can say who wins this round will become finalist.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
FutFut gets first or second, or gets second, he will also become a finalist. So we will definitely see one finalist after this round. Maybe we're going to see two, if FutFut finishes second.
Yeah, wow. This is pretty much the biggest pressure situation that you can just imagine at this point. Well, maybe triple finalist is the most precious situation, but this is the one right behind it. So yeah, no warm-up to be seen here. We are right going into it on Hypnosis again. And we saw earlier Astronaut being very strong, but also Hazard being very strong on this map. But right away he had a bit of a no-slide there, and that cost him a couple tenths there. 6 tenths for him. Yeah. He has to drive this match from the back again. But yeah, it's not the biggest time loss for him. He can definitely have some time to catch up on this, and he will.
It was a really fast start or first half of the map.
Exactly.
He is capable of catching that up.
For sure. And FutFut, he clipped a little. He didn't have the best exit speed because of that, and Hazard capitalizes, but that was such a janky line. And will he have enough speed for this? I don't know. He might barely have enough speed. Oh yeah, he barely makes it, but that was almost deadly, I'd say, but managed to save it. But yeah, he tasted a little bit of that second position and then instantly gets set back to the third position. So yeah, still though, every player seems to be... Just when I say that, Hazard is making a big mistake, and Astronaut also!
Not only Hazard, yeah.
Oh my god, what happened to Astronaut?
I did not see what Astro did. I thought he passed that part, and then all of a sudden respawn. I don't know. Did he get like a landing bug?
Yeah, maybe.
Because I was on Hazard.
Yeah, to all the people who don't really know this map that well, that part is a freewheeling part. So if you crash there, you have to go for the respawn because you're in freewheeling. You can't accelerate. So yeah, very, very long respawns from them, and we see them both being pretty far behind, but Astronaut is 6 seconds behind and Hazard is 9 seconds behind, so Hazard has some catching up to do.
Yep, and this is now the best case scenario for FutFut, because if he wins this round, he will be the only finalist for one round at least.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he can just really save it right now.
Yeah, which he does. He does not go for the water bounce skip. He does go for the water bounce. Gets it really slow, and Astro is catching up. I don't think that was a smart decision by FutFut. Astro less than 3 seconds behind now. Where's Hazard? Yeah, Hazard 5.6 seconds. That's quite a lot.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't get a slow part, but he didn't really gain anything on the water bounce. But yeah, still have a match on our hands because. This map is nowhere near from over. FutFut may be deciding to save a little bit too much because he's just creating opportunities at this point for Astronaut.
Not sure if those players actually trained to go for the water bounce there, because I have the feeling if you're not used to go for the water bounce, then it might be actually not that easy to pull it off.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you're not used to it, then it might even be harder to do because you don't really know, like perhaps you don't know what the best speed is to get that the best and stuff. Because you're always just training with the water skip, you know.
I think Morhpeo mentioned it once that he thinks the water bounce skip is actually easier for him than the actual water bounce there.
Yeah, I think that's definitely fair because, you know, you're just training that thing over and over. Like, I don't think anyone is training really the safe way. Could be mistaken, but yeah. See, FutFut though is still just keeping that lead of 3 seconds over Astronaut, so yeah, he's pretty close to closing this one out, or at least getting to the finalist position, which is a great scenario for him. Let's take a look at Hazard. Where is he at? Oh, he has managed to catch that wonky landing, but okay, he will actually get a pretty nice section there. But yeah, it seems to be just slightly out of reach.
And it's 2.5 seconds between FutFut and Astro. So yeah, this should be FutFut's round to become the second finalist of this match. Yeah, gets the backwards. Astro gets the backwards really nicely. Also Hazard getting it. And yeah, unless FutFut respawns too early, which did not happen, he will win this round. Not the fastest time, 5:02.6. And yeah, he's the only finalist for at least one round now. Yeah, for I think only one round.
Definitely, because these players are so close to 70 points as well. Look at this. Yeah, so good luck to FutFut. He is in finalist. He just needs to win one more round and he will be the one going to the grand final. And we have Astronaut. He can pretty much... Well, he has to deny... If there is a scenario where Astronaut can get finalists, pretty much either FutFut wins or we have a triple finalist scenario actually. I think. It's either one or the other.
Yeah, but Hazard needs to get first or second.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
If Astro wins FutFut second, then Hazard will not be finalist.
Exactly, yeah. True. So, yeah. See though...
But nonetheless, Hazard and Astro have to push in this round. Because, yeah, if FutFut wins, this match will be over. And of course, they don't want that to happen.
Nah, definitely not. They really want to give it their all, because this is pretty much the last couple chances that are that you have of, you know, staying in it. But yeah, look at this battle from FutFut and Hazard. They're so close. Astronaut is just slightly behind though, with 1 second. Man, Hazard and FutFut are really going at it. Look at these fast starts they're having. I think they are on a very nice pace actually.
Yeah, it's a really nice pace. Yeah, 127.4 is not the fastest start. You can do some 126 times at that checkpoint, but yeah, 127.3 in a match, it's a good time, I'd
For
say.
sure. Yeah. You see Hazard and FutFut still, you know, so close to each other. Less than 1/10 actually. Or it's just about 1/10. And this backward section is gonna decide a lot. But wow, FutFut going really fast, but Hazard with the better turns there. And let's take a look. Wow, they're so equal right now.
Oh my god, now the turnaround. Who will get it the best?
Oh, FutFut
getting it really good.
Yeah, he actually steered a little bit, or he entered the backwards really early, the ramp, which allowed him to get more space and more speed, I think. So yeah, he's gaining a little bit. See this water bounce. Hazard and Astro both making a mistake. Oh no! And that is a horror situation and a dream situation for FutFut, as he's gonna look at these CPs, or his shot caller is gonna tell him, just save, and you have this one in the bag. And oh no, that was insane. Hazard and Astronaut both flying, like nearly flying off the magnet there. And look at the time.
Pleasure there.
Yeah. Look at the time difference, just 4 seconds. Oh
Yeah, but
no.
I think that might be even more at the next checkpoint.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, still 4.9 seconds, but that is a lot.
Yeah, FutFut.
Regarding... Oh, the pod's coming up.
Yeah, FutFut, this almost feels like a little victory lap he has to do. Like, can he, you know, keep up this... he's probably must feeling a lot of stress right now because he knows he has to save. But, yeah, wow, that is crazy. Hazard 5 seconds behind, and FutFut kind of gets this on a silver platter handed to him. Can he close it out though? Will he move on to the grand final together with Morhpeo? We're gonna see, and we're gonna find out in the last 3 checkpoints. Hazard still not really gaining. Can't really expect someone to gain 5 seconds just like that. FutFut, we have this last critical section coming up, this flip. Will he make it cleanly, or let's find out. And he does it, and I think that is pretty safe to say. Let's not call it right before the finish, but let's see.
Yeah, don't jinx it too early.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is actually on a really fast time. Might be a 56.
Yeah, he has this one, man. He has this one in the bag. Wow. That mistake, man. Astro and Hazard both probably just gonna be having nightmares about that one.
Yeah, I think they felt the pressure there. They saw, okay, FutFut is a little bit ahead. Astro was trailing 1 second behind. No, he knew he had to risk. Hazard, yeah, I don't know. Hazard's approach to the waterbound skip looked a little bit, I don't know, a little bit off, I'd say.
Yeah, Hazard, I think he was like a little bit, like his angle was a little bit off.
Yeah. But yeah, GG.
Yeah.
Deserved second place for FutFut.
Exactly.
Means, yeah, he will move on to the grand final next Sunday together with Morhpeo.
Yeah, but what a close match, man. Like, we really don't have to, we can't take anything away from Astronaut and Hazard because, you know, like, as we can see on the scoreboard, they were also reaching finalists here. And it was so close, man. What a close match. Big GG's.